foods are nutrition heroes for the very reason that what we were just talking about, because they give us what we need and they heal us. They bring us back into balance. So I've got a lot of different images here and what they represent. One is they represent colors. And then of course they represent different food groups. So we see green leafy vegetables here, which I say green leafy vegetables have pretty well almost every nutrient in them that our bodies need. They have all of the vitamins, with the exception of vitamin D, which is very rare to find in high quantities in food. We really need to be out in the sun to get adequate levels of vitamin D, or take supplements. But the leafy green vegetables have almost all vitamins and then nearly all the major minerals as well. So calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, there's all sorts of different minerals here that are all important for, bone health. They're important for metabolism, muscle contraction, brain health. It's like, and here's the other thing. The nutrients don't just do one thing, in our body. It's like they have, like, for example, magnesium has over 300 known functions within the body. So if you didn't have enough magnesium in your diet, you're going to feel that in one way or another. And you may feel it in multiple ways. And that, that's why food is so interesting, because when we take food, the body will use those nutrients in wherever it needs them. And so it doesn't always use it for the same purpose in every single time that you eat those foods. Since it's used in so many different parts of the body, wherever the need is greater, that it'll use it there. Whereas if you take medications for certain ailments, that medication is designed to work the same way every time you take it. And so there is no sort of give and take with a medication. And that's why, food can be a much more, multi-purpose type of thing. So that's why I tell people, eat leafy greens as, we should be eating at least 2 cups worth a day. And that's really not that much. Obviously we could, if you could eat more than that, you should, but at least that much every day, in addition to other types of vegetables as well. We also see here different types of seeds and oily type foods up here. These are going to represent our essential fatty acids, the ones that we can't make in our bodies, that we have to get them from food, but also some other really important fats, like the monounsaturated fat that we find in avocado and olives, and of course nuts and seeds. And then we've got coconut here, which represents a healthy type of saturated fat. That's a really healthy oil to use if you're going to cook at higher temperatures. It's a good oil for that, because it can take that high temperature and not break down. Whereas some other oils, like, for example, canola oil, or even like corn oil or vegetable oil, those oils are really, contrary to how they're marketed, they're not really good for cooking. They're really damaging to our health. But coconut oil is one that can kind of do that. And we got the whole grains here, and the fruits, or the berries, and then we have some different types of healthy protein foods down here. So all of our food groups are represented here in one way or another. And so when I say meet your nutrition heroes, I'm referring to the foods themselves, but also to the nutrients that they supply. So one thing that is super important is getting a variety of different colored foods every day in your diet. Or sometimes I tell people to try, to keep track, maybe weekly, like aim to get all the 5 color groups every week in your diet. So maybe, like one, you don't have to have them all in the same day, all different ones in the same day, but try to get them at least every week, have several servings a week of the different color groups. So there